Beast of No Nation, the music, let's start with what inspired that song. You know, what inspired Fela to do that song. It's even pertinent. It's the same general that is running Nigeria right now, that was running Nigeria in 1984, 85, and draconian laws started coming up. It's happening again. It's an antecedent. It's always been there. People just don't know. In 84, 85, two journalists from Guardian newspaper were used as scapegoats for Decree 4. Tunde Thompson and Nduka Irabo. Go and find out. You understand? Then, currency. Like when you come into Nigeria and when you are going out, they put a cap on the amount of currency you can have. I mean foreign currency. Of course, Fela will be traveling with like 70 people. So he came back from a trip earlier. He had, I think, 2,000 and something pounds, which he saved, you know. As he was going, they stopped him at the airport. They said he had too much currency. Now, draconian system, you know what I'm talking.
How animal gonna say slave trade don't pass? And they want dash us human rights.
So he ended up being jailed 5 years.
Why are they talk like this? No be talk like this. Them take to carry me go prison, yo. No be me they talk.
So, but he did, I think about 2.5 years or 3 years. It was now revealed. The judge apologized to him that it was under pressure. You see the familiarity of what is happening right now? Aha, the same person, the same Ogbologbo. Fela came out of jail, and in jail he had time to meditate, and so he had the idea, you know, looking at leaders in the world, you know, how oppressive they can be. So he tagged them beasts of no nation, because when you're acting like a beast, that means you don't have a country. If you have a country, you act like human. You see Nigeria now, it doesn't look like a country. So sure you get.
Now Chris will be that, not be outside Buhari day.
Typical Fela, he mentioned names. You know, Fela no fear. He no they fear anybody. So he mentioned names. The president of Oga Patapata's name is there. If you see the cover, he did there within Igbakeji. They did there. You understand? So when I heard this song, I said, whoa. So I sat down, started picking. That's what I normally do. I listen to lyrics over and over again. Then I take the key points, because my role is that of a megaphone. So I don't have to literally illustrate the words of the lyrics. So I take elements and then I add my own perspective to it. So that it becomes, you know, extra, you know, a part of the bigger picture for the audience. So that's how I did the artwork.
Human rights now my property, so therefore you can't dash me my property. Human rights now my.
I had the typical beasts, you know. Pieter Botha was the president of South Africa at that point in time. South Africa was still under the apartheid regime. I don't know if you know about apartheid. It was direct racism. I had him there, and his statement was referenced in the song. The statement says, "This uprising will bring out the beast in us."
Him say, this uprising will bring out the beast in us. Him say, this uprising will bring out.
That's the uprising, because the black people, so-called, the South Africans, the indigenous African people, were protesting, and their police in South Africa, you know, were having too much work to do. And the president just came on US TV and said, this uprising will bring out the beast, saying like, we are going to deal with these people like beasts. And it happens everywhere in the world. So I had the quote. in the artwork. I wrote the quote there. So I have Pieter Botha. And at that point in time, the people that were propping up the apartheid regime, America and our so-called beloved UK that we people want to die about, those people don't care about us. So Margaret Thatcher was Prime Minister and Ronald Reagan was President of the US. So I had their heads there. I put fangs. Do you know when Margaret Thatcher died like 3 years ago? The day she died, within hours, I got 2 emails, one from New York, one from London, different journals. And they said to me, Margaret Thatcher just died. Do you still hold that impression you had when you did the artwork in 1988? Yeah. So you know that Babylon. So my document, I did check and well before I go. So because that's how the world is run. So that's the power of that music.
TV, be original.